Thanks, Mark. That was great. In terms of the office, a lot of businesses are encouraging people to come back to work, and then there's a lot of redundancies. How are you seeing that sector? Is it vacancies? Are they increasing? Are they decreasing? And similar with the retail, shopping centres struggling now, the consumers not spending as much. How are you seeing the rents, I guess, moving forward for those two sectors?
Yeah, really interesting. I can speak to some Aussie examples because you'll be able to equate it with, maybe your own experience. But definitely here in Sydney, it feels like things are a lot more busier in the CBD. There's a lot more more of a concerted effort to get people back into the office, and that's even came from public institutions. Indeed, I think we've started to see, although it hasn't really been measured as much, is the physical utilisation ticking up a little bit. I think that continues. There's still a lot of vacancy to work through, and with a vacancy rate in the mid-teens, it's nowhere near where it needs to be to get rental tension, which is typically 8 to 10%. And the market that does have that is Brisbane, so there's some rental tension there. I think if you were to have a look at the underlying, I guess, look through to the precinct-specific office markets, one like the Central Core here in Sydney, prime buildings, it'd be really tough to get any space, so you'll get rental growth there, you'll get lower incentives, but a market like a Barangaroo will be challenged. Similarly, Docklands in Melbourne, really high vacancy, but when you get up, say, the Paris end, closer to Spring Street, it's going to be hard to get any space, so you'll have a better return outcome from assets there. In retail, funny you mentioned that because Westfield, or Scentre Group as they're known, have actually got over 99.4% occupancy, and that's actually ticked up over the last prior corresponding period. And in terms of the rents that they charge their specialty tenants versus the sales, it's at 16% and pre-COVID it was at 18%. But since COVID, the actual sales of those stores has really outpaced rental receipts. So there's a fair bit of room for that rent to catch up. So we're relatively comfortable about that ability to service or grow rents in retail for the best quality shopping centres where tenants absolutely need to be if they're going to still drive sales. And that's why you'll see, I hate the word bifurcation, it's done to death, but the winners will continue to win. Location and quality is really important, and that's across office and, of course, retail.